Hello, for this week's 15-minute express class, we're going to focus primarily on our abs. So we're going to start a little bit of loosening up the spine as usual into the hips. We're going to focus on our abs for most of the class. We're going to do a little bit of glutes at the end to progress on the bit that we did last week. And then we're going to do a bit of stretching out of the abs at the end, coming into extension through the spine. So we'll get started. We'll come on to hands and knees. We'll warm our spine up first. Hands below the shoulders, tuck the elbows in, drop the ribs down to the mat, lift the head up, and then drop the head down, ribs up towards the ceiling. Drop the ribs back down, lift the head up in front, drop the head down, ribs up nice and high, drop the ribs back down, lifting the head up, head down, ribs up to the ceiling again. One last one, drop the ribs down, lifting the head up, looking up in front. Look down between the fingertips, pick the left foot up, twist it as far out to the side as you can, and turn your head as far to the left. Left foot comes in, right foot comes up and out to the side, looking down towards the toes. Back in, left foot up and out, really look as far around your left arm as you can, flexing your spine to the side. Come back in, right foot up and out, all the way around. Back in, one last one each side, bring the foot out as wide as you can, flex to the side as far as you can. And last one, bending to your right, looking at the right toes while they're out to the side, and back in towards the middle. Perfect, we're going to hover the knees, we're going to tuck the hips underneath the body, engage the lower abs. Elbows are tucked in, holding the knees up off the mat, keep the shoulder blades pinched together, lift the left foot up and hold, and down, right foot up, and down, left foot, and down, right foot, left foot, right foot, and keep marching up and down. Keep those knees hovering 2 inches off the mat and keep your back as flat as you can. Good. One more each leg. And then rest the knees down. The next one, we're going to do 5 or 6 on each hand. We're going to come back down and we're going to use one hand and the opposite leg down. Pinch the shoulders together, tuck the elbows in, toes are tucked underneath the knees, lift the knees up, right hand up to the left side of the chest and down, left hand up to the right side of the chest and down, right hand up, back down, left hand up and down. Keep the hips in the middle. 3 on the right and 3 on the left, 4 on the right, 4 on the left, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, 1 more on the right, and last one on the left, and then rest the knees, back down. Last one we're going to do, we're going to pick the right hand up and the left leg up, and then the opposite. Left hand, right leg. So you don't have to pick them up high, just 1 inch or 2 off the mat, but I want to keep your body in the centre of the mat, and don't let your hips or shoulders twist for this. So hands below the shoulders, tuck the elbows in, toes tucked underneath the feet, lift the knees up a couple of inches, left foot up, right hand up and down, right foot up, left hand up and down, left foot right hand, right foot left hand, left foot right hand, right foot left hand. 2 more each side. Good, keep the shoulder blades together. And last one, and rest the knees down. Perfect. Now, last one we're going to do before we turn over onto our back, we're going to come into a plank, but this time we're going to be down on our elbows. So, hands down onto the mat, walk the feet to the back of the mat, lift the knees up, straighten the legs, and tuck the hips underneath the body. So we're keeping the back flat and holding that plank position. Make sure the hips don't sink down, keep the back as flat as you can, and don't push the hips up into the air. You want a straight line from the shoulders to the hips, through the knees to the ankles. Good, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest the knees down. Good, turn over onto your back. Good, so rest the head down onto the mat, imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. We're going to tap the toes off the mat. 1 at a time, nice soft taps. Good, keeping the back flat, and then both legs together. And last one, legs to tabletop, and then bring the feet down onto the mat. Have a little rest for a second. Good. Next we're going to do 3 sets of hundreds. So the first one we're going to do with our knees bent and feet on the mat. Then we're going to come to tabletop, and then we're going to straighten the legs to the ceiling. So we're going to focus more on the upper abs at the start, and bit by bit we're going to bring the lower abs into it. So imprint the spine, reach the hands along the mat, tuck the chin in, roll the chin up into the chest, head and shoulders up nice and high, shoulders are dropped back. Beat the hands, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5. Keep the head and chest up as high as you can, breathing out. And breathe back in. Keeping the shoulder blades drop back with chest as high as you can, breathing out. And breathe in, last breath. And breathe out. And rest the head down and rest back down onto the mat. So with this, you want to drop the shoulder blades back, but get your head and chest as high as you can. Next one, we're going to come into tabletop. So imprint the spine, legs to tabletop one at a time. Tuck the chin in again, roll the head and shoulders up, and beat the hands, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 in, 2, 4, 5 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 out, 2, 4, 5. Keep the chin tucked in. And breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more breaths. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, head and shoulders up, squeeze the abs. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head down. And bring the feet down onto the mat again. One last set of hundreds. As I said, the next one's going to go straighten the legs to the ceiling. So get yourself comfortable again. Hands by the side. Roll the hips back, imprinting the spine. Rest the hands down. Pushing the fingers to the bottom of the mat. Legs to tabletop. Straighten the legs to the ceiling. Keep the knees directly over the hips. Reach the hands down, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, and beat the hands. 2, 4, 5, breathe out. 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5. Knees are straight over the hips, don't let them drop away. Out, 2, 4, 5 in, 2, 4, 5 out, 2, 4, 5 in, 2, 4, 5 out, 2, 4, 5. Keep the head and shoulders up. Out, 2, 4, 5 in, 2, 4, 5 out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath in. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head down. Bend the knees. And we'll have a little rest there again. Good. Next one's what we're going to do. We're going to work a little bit more on the lower abs. So we're going to start with a single straight leg stretch. Then we're going to come into the double leg stretch, so last week's tutorial, this week's tutorial. And then we're going to do a little flutter kicks and the development of them, where we're dropping the 2 legs out, and then we're going to come into some ropes. So, imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop again, tuck the chin in, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, right hand to the outside of the right ankle, left hand to the inside of the right knee, straighten the left leg, 1, and switch, 2, and switch, 3, and switch, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you bend the knee, keep the shin parallel to the floor. And last one, bend the knees, rest the head down, and rest the feet down. So that's our single straight leg stretch. We're going to come into the double straight leg stretch next. So, 2 hands to the side of the head, imprint the spine again, legs to tabletop, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, elbows into the knees, keep the head and shoulders as high as you can, straighten the legs, elbows apart, 1, 2, 3, focusing on the imprint, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, bend the knees, rest the head, and rest the feet down. Little rest before we do our flutter kicks. Good. Imprint the spine. Relax the shoulders back. Catch your breath before the next ones. We're going to keep the head and shoulders down. We're going to stretch the hands to the bottom mat. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. Straighten the legs to the ceiling. Focus on the imprint. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 10 kicks on each leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees and bring the feet down. What you're looking for the whole time there is you're keeping the back flat. If you want, you can slide your fingertips just underneath your lower part of your back to make sure the back doesn't lift up. You want to keep it pressed down and consistent pressure the whole time. We'll take a break after the next one. So we're going to imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop, keeping the back flat, straighten the legs to the ceiling, lower the heels 2 to 3 inches, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, focus on the imprint. 9, make sure it doesn't lift as you lower the legs down. 10, bend the knees and bring the feet down. Have a little rest there again. The next set we're coming into some of our roll-ups. So we have about 4 minutes left. We're going to focus on the roll-ups next. So we're going to straighten the legs down. Make sure we have some room. Straighten the legs down onto the mat. Bring the hands back behind the head. Arms forward, chin to the chest, rolling up nice and tall, chest forward at the end, keeping the shoulders pinched back and down. So 10 of these, rolling up and back down. 2, nice and slow and controlled on the way down. Up nice and tall, chest pops forward, keep pinching the shoulders back as you come down. 3, 4, hands back behind the head. 5, good. For the next 5 you can reach up to the ceiling, hands back, reaching up. 6, and down, hands back behind the head. 7, fingers pointing straight to the ceiling, keep them pointing up on the way down. 8, 9, drop the shoulders away from the ears, back down. 1 last one, reaching up, 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 up. Keep the feet on the mat, shoulders drop back, control on the way back down, and then back down. Good. Knees bent, imprint the spine. Bring the legs to tabletop. And we're going to do some roll-ups onto the back of the hips into boat pose. So arms forward and up, chest forward at the end. Controlled on the way down. 1, 2, don't go too far. And back down, keep the heels off the mat. 3, and back down. 4, and back down. 5, make sure you push that chest forward at the end. 6, and down. 7, and down. Good. 8, control on the way down. Last 2, and back down. As you pinch the shoulders together, try not to bend the elbows, keep the elbows straight. Back down onto the mat, and then rest the feet down. Have a little rest. The next ones we're going to do, it's a bit like the 100s. We made it harder every step for 3 steps. We're going to straighten the legs to the ceiling. So we're going to imprint the spine again, make myself comfortable. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, knees are over the hips, straighten the legs to the ceiling, hands back behind the head, arms forward, and rolling onto the back of the hips. And then down. Keep the knees bent to the same degree all the time. So don't bend them anymore when you come up into boat pose. Keep them as straight as you can. And back down. Try and keep the hips at 90 degrees all the time. And down. Good. Chest forward. Don't let the heels touch the mat. 3 more. Good. And down. 2 more. And down. Last one. Chest comes forward. And then down onto the mat. Bend the knees. And rest the feet down. Good. Have a rest there for a second. The next couple of steps, we're going to come back to boat pose. We're going to start to work the quads a little bit more. So, imprint the spine again. Hands back behind the head. Legs to tabletop. Arms forward, chin to the chest. Onto the back of the hips. And then keep the knees together, straighten the right leg and bend. Straighten the left, keep the hands reaching out, right, left, shoulder good together, arms are parallel to the floor, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, 2 more each side, last one on each leg, bend the knees, and roll back down, and rest down. We're going to come back up into boat pose again. This time we're going to straighten both legs. We're going to straighten only from the knees. So we're not going to let the hips lift and lower as we straighten and bend the legs. They're going to stay in the exact same position. The thighs aren't going to move. It's just the knees bending and straightening. Imprint the spine. Hands behind the head. Legs back to tabletop. Arms forward, chin to the chest. Onto the back of the hips. 2 legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Bend the knees, roll back down and rest the feet down. We've 1 more exercise to do in bow pose, then we're going to turn over, stretch out the abs. So we're not going to do any glutes today. You'd be happy to know after last week. Imprint the spine again, legs back to tabletop, hands back behind the head, arms forward, chin to the chest, into bow pose, straighten the 2 legs, arms parallel to the floor, little flutter kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees, roll back down and rest the feet down. Turn over onto your stomach now. Hands beside the shoulders. We're going to straighten the arms and keep the pelvis onto the mat. So stretching out the abs. You can take a big deep breath in and you'll feel the abs stretch some more, and then breathe out. Big deep breath in again and back out. Big deep breath in, expand the abdomen as much as you can, really pushing out, and then breathe out. 1 last one. Big deep breath in, pushing the abs out as far as you can, and then breathe out. And then rest down onto the mat. That's the end of our 15-minute class today. I think I ran over. We did loads of work for the abs. So we'll finish with that. See you next week. Bye bye.